Good morning, this is Shazza Mustafa, and today my team and I are going to discuss how technology affected the companies during the pandemic. Let me first introduce my teammates, starting off with our leader, Salma Salah, and the rest of the team, Salma Hussein, Salma Yusri, Saif Badawi, Salma Rida, Salma Saeed, Shahind Atif, Siham Muhammad, Salma Midhat, Suhaila Ahmed, and Salma Ashraf. In just a few months' time, the COVID-19 crisis has brought about years of change in the way companies in all sectors and regions do business. To stay competitive in this new business and economic environment requires new strategies and practices. Therefore, companies have moved dramatically toward online channels and starting interacting with members of the supply chain digitally. Now let us explain this in details.
We will talk about businesses around the world are relying on technology. Governments have invested in up and coming technology in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Here are ways how prominent the role of technology in businesses have been during the ongoing pandemic. Number 1. Streamlining remote working. Companies use technology like virtual private networks, collaboration tools, and cloud conferencing to manage remote working seamlessly. More employees are now successful in adapting the practice of working from home. Number 2. Enabling contactless movements. Technology has also enabled safe movements in many places around the world. Self-driving vehicles, robots, and drones are being used worldwide to deliver essential items. To maintain social distancing, people are inclining toward online shopping and ordering. Number 3. Increasing transparency in data. Miscommunication and sharing wrong data during a virus outbreak can be catastrophic, and the technology is playing a role in fight against it. Popular services like Google, Facebook, and YouTube are creating a transparent scenario by displaying accurate information to the users.
How does telework affect productivity? Telework can improve firm performance by raising worker satisfaction and thus worker efficiency through better work-life balance, less commuting, or fewer distractions, leading to more focused work or less absenteeism. Another way of teleworking improving the firm performance is through facilitating cost reductions. It can directly lower capital costs by reducing office space and equipment required by the company. It can also reduce labor costs as telework enlarges the pool of workers firm can choose from, increasing skill supply and improving the match between jobs and hires. A complete shift to remote working, in fact, implies a substantial trade costs for services faced by firms, broadening their ability to draw on the global talent base, for instance, from call center workers to specialist engineers and managers. However, teleworking can also decrease worker satisfaction due to solitude, hidden overtime, and fusing of private and work life, or an inappropriate working environment at home. Teleworking reduces the number of in-person interactions, which impairs communication. A wide range of evidence supports the notion that personal meetings allow for more effective communication than more remote forms, such as emails, chat, or phone calls.
Now we're going to discuss the pros and cons of working remotely. The most important advantages of working remotely are that employee benefits a better work-life balance. Working from home generally means more flexibility to create your own schedule, so we can spend much more time with our families and friends. The second one is dependence on technology. Technology is amazing. It's basically the critical cornerstone that even makes it possible for remote teams to communicate efficiently over massive geographical distances and get their stuff done. So we are in different places, but we can work with each other, okay, by using technology. So technology help us to increase the productivity of our business or our company. Let's discuss the disadvantages of working remotely. We have a problem in communication. Remote work lacks the in person aspect, which means that communication gets a lot harder. It's not easy to communicate with your colleagues. But it's not something that is impossible to conquer. We can overcome this problem. This means that communication in a remote team needs to be dealt with a separate issue and discussed regularly within the team. The last one we have to discuss with each other is work life balance. When you start working from home as opposed to being in an office, the strict lines you used to have between your work life and your personal life became a lot less clear. So you are in a comfortable and familiar environment. You can't concentrate in your work well.